Okay, so which one do you want to start off with first?
Chanel.
Okay, so go ahead and follow me with Chanel. Girl. Good girl. Now go ahead and let the leash nice and loose. There you go. So the reason is we want there to just be pressure when there needs to be. So like if she's smelling things here, there you go. Now go ahead and walk. Okay, there you go. So kind of see how when she feels that leash, she starts going again with you. Perfect. And if she starts going too much, too fast, you just good girl, and then give her a treat. Very good. Try to have a treat ready so that way the next time she stops and you can kind of give one to her while she's walking with you. So that way it's kind of like that continued heel work. Good girl. Okay, nice and loose. Good girl. Um, they've done actually really good with it. It's okay. So just keep walking. There you go. Perfect. There you go. And then get a treat ready. It's okay if she gets distracted, right? Because she's just going to smell things, and you just want to concentrate on continuing to lead. Because if you stop and pay too much attention to what she's doing, then nobody's leading anymore. Just keep on walking. And right there, so she's stopping to smell something, so you can either wait for her to finish or you can call her name and offer her a treat to follow you. Very good. What we want to try to avoid is constantly pulling her away from things. Okay? Good girl. Sorry. She's... a treat today. Yeah. She'll get used to you guys after too long. Good girl. There you go. Very good. So this way, while you're walking, now you have the decision, but you want to just pay attention to her and what she's doing. So, hi, how you doing? Good. So go ahead and get her attention to focus on you, and have her sit down for a minute. And this way, she can get used to seeing the little one without scaring them. There you go. Because sometimes, especially when it's around the corner or if it's just one person, it's just that initial excitement. So you want her to be able to kind of see them and get used to it and be able to redirect back to you. There you go. Good. Then keep going. Perfect. Okay. Good. So they're definitely doing better when they're out in a social session. Like if we're downtown, they're not barking at everybody because there's so many people and so many things going on. But if you're in your neighborhood and you have just one person coming up out of nowhere, then that kind of brings their excitement up. So that's when they'll start barking. So you just stay calm, you ask them to focus on you, and then you have them, work for you. Either follow you or have them sit for a treat or anything. But that way it helps take their mind off of that person for a minute so they can calm down. And you can see after she calms down, she's okay. Good girl. She's used to that too. Yeah. She'll respond to that and he'll respond to good boy. So what I'll do in this case is every few steps or so, I'll give her a treat for continuing to focus and follow with me. So that'll help to encourage her too. And as she grows up and gets better, you can go longer between treats. But especially in the beginning at first, you want to give a lot so that way they feel rewarded and, want to continue focusing on you. Good girl. Good. There you go. Yeah, you want to make the sit command and the heel command separate. So that's why. Oh, watch out for that. Ask her to leave it.
No, leave it. Leave it. No.
Now keep walking. Perfect. There you go. Keep walking. And good. Now here's a good example, right? So what we'll do. So go back to it and then just give me a treat, and I'll show you what to do. Good girl. Okay. So come. Leave it. Come. Good girl. Yes. I know. Good girl. All right. One more time. Yes. Good girl. Good. Good. So that's why it's really important that you pay attention to, what she's paying attention to. So that way, if you see something she's going to be interested, you can catch her attention ahead of time, and then it's a lot easier for her to leave it.
Okay. No. Leave it. Leave it.
Just keep walking. There you go. Good. So, if she's already if she's already eating something, it's too late to ask her to leave it. So you have to just keep going. You want to try to avoid her getting it in the first place, if possible. There you go. It'll be okay.
I hope so.
Okay, so go ahead and ask her to leave it and offer her Good. Now keep walking. There you go. Good. Okay. Good. There you go. Good. All right. So let's just wait a moment here. There you go. Good. So you want to try to remember that the walk, is really exciting for them. It's a good time for them to go out and smell different things. So you want to try to take your time too, so that way you're not having to feel like you have to constantly pull her. Most of the time, if you just wait for a little bit, she'll move on her own. But if you really have to get going, try to adjust your time for the walk so like you don't feel rushed. Like if you only have half an hour before work, go out 10 minutes and save 20 minutes for coming back in. Okay. There you go. Good. Because we really want to save those times when we have to pull on the leash for when things like that come up or we really need it. Good girl. She should be pretty sensitive to it now though. All right, so now you know that she's going to be interested in that. So now you're going to be ready and paying attention to her. So have a treat ready, and then as soon as she starts to drift too close, you just stop and ask for her attention and have her follow you through it. Very good. Okay? And then here. There you go. Good. Okay. Good. There you go. Good. Very good. There you go. See? There you go. And then reward her for that. Good. Good. There you go. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and loosen up on the leash. Now ask her to leave it and come with you.
Leave it.
It's okay. Go get a treat ready. There you go. Ask her to leave it. And then just wait. No. Good girl. There you go. Now give it to her. There you go. Good girl. So just keep walking. There you go. There you go. So she doesn't listen to you as much because we just need some more practice, and you can kind of see she's almost waiting for you to take it out of her mouth. So that's just old habits. Okay, so you have to just remember she can do this. You're just gonna have to practice and help her with it. All dogs just like eating things, especially puppies. So it's pretty normal. Okay, so we'll wait for a moment. Good, there you go. And that's what you want. You want her to recover on her own. So here's another good opportunity. We'll let her see the kid. Very good. Good. Very good. Very good. Perfect. Now make sure if you do use her name that you have a treat ready for her, right? Because what ends up happening is like that, like, because she listened to you when you said her name, but then you didn't give her a reward or anything. And so afterwards, she's wondering, why should I listen at that point? Okay. We want her to feel rewarded, especially at first, just because we want you guys to kind of get on the same page with her. So now she's starting to pull because she sees mom and dad, or she sees dad. There you go. Good. So it's going to be really important that you exercise patience on this part too. And this is another reason why you'll want to walk them separate, because you'll be
No. Drop it. Drop it.
good girl. There you go. Good. Very good. Because now when she starts pulling, she's not allowed to make any more space. So you have to stop or redirect her to go a different way or something like that. Yeah. And they like eating snow too, so especially Charlie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they really like snow. So if you have like an ice machine or ice at home, they'll probably like that for a treat too. Oh, yeah, you can go ahead and I'll take him for you. All right. You want to go ahead and trade, and then we'll work with Charlie. Because Charlie, even more so than his sister, he gets excited when there's family members or his sister here. But by himself, he's a lot more calmer, like she is normally.
Charlie, come.
Good. There you go. Perfect. So make sure, like I said, if you pull him, especially if he's really interested in something like that and he listens to you, make sure you have a reward ready for him, especially at first, because you always want him to listen. So,
They like those too?
huh? Yeah, both of them are fine.
Okay.
They didn't have any of the freeze-dried salmon at the pet store, so I was just trying out a couple different ones for the new pup too. Okay, so just pay attention to him. Good boy. Good. There you go. Good boy. That way. Yeah. Sometimes I just pet them too.
You get attached to your dog.
Yeah, all the time. It's always sad when they leave. I think their new friend is going to be sad too.
Oh.
He was sleeping with Chanel earlier. It's cute. So in that instance, you kind of see he gets really excited. Good boy. So same thing there. Go ahead and ask him to leave it.
Leave it.
There you go. And then, so he's, there you go. So pretty much leave it, we taught as to trade. So you have to have something ready for them to trade for. Okay, so same thing. You got the pink thing coming up there.
Yeah.
So go ahead and get his attention first. There you go. Good boy. So especially sometimes with Charlie when he's really excited, what I'll do to help calm him down is I'll just have him follow me for a little bit. I'll walk backwards. I'll ask him to sit. I'll hold the treat up next to me, so that way it's easy for him to focus on it. Okay, so go ahead and keep walking. There you go. Perfect. Good. So in that case, right, if he's looking to you for the treat, go ahead and show him that you have one and have him look at you up in the eyes and have him follow you for a little bit before you give him the treat. There you go. Now just keep walking. Good. And then when he gets distracted, there you go. And then there you go. So that's where, you know, he kind of gets to that point where Chanel is when he kind of follows you continuously and focuses on you continuously. So what I'll do is I'll have him follow me and focus on me, and then when he gets distracted, I'll let him recover, and then after like the second or third recovery, then I'll give him the treat. Hi, how you doing? Good boy, Charlie. There you go. So first one, there you go. Good. So go ahead and let him see that you have this one over here for a little bit. Okay, and I'll just walk with him for a bit. Now what we'll do is we'll pay attention, and when he stops looking at you, so just keep walking. Yep. So he stopped once, and that's one recovery, and just keep walking. There you go, perfect. And then just keep going. Okay. There you go. And that's two recoveries. There you go. Mm-hmm. So try to have him, like I said, for the walks, try to slow it down and let him smell some things first and use the leash pressure as soon as he's done. And because that'll help to get that energy and excitement out too. There you go. Good. Very good. Now have him focus on you for a little bit. Just, there you go. Now keep walking. And one more time, have him look up to you again after he, there you go. Now give him a treat. And there you go. Good. Good. So that way, you know, you don't have to keep calling for his attention. You just have to get ready.
Leave it, Charlie.
So go. Good boy. There you go. Now, there you go. Perfect. So that way, you don't have to keep calling for his attention. But if you just get ready, and when he does look at you and you reward that, that means that he'll be looking forward to looking and paying attention to you more on his own. So that way, you don't have to keep micromanaging him. Yeah, there you go. Much better. Good. Okay. Yep. So let him kind of go do his thing for a little bit, and then get a treat ready for when he recovers. There you go. Now keep walking. Perfect. There you go. Much better. So it's like a give and take on the walk, yeah. Perfect. Good. There you go. So I'll definitely recommend getting a treat bag and some favorite treats for them, at least for a little bit. And I'll also send you links to some of like the hard bones and stuff that they really like. That way, when they're home and they're gonna maybe get into something that they shouldn't, you ask them to leave it and then you give them that to chew on for a while. And I'll send you the times that they've been going out to potty, but they're pretty good about it. The main thing is if you know where they're gonna usually go when they have an accident inside, then as soon as they get up and start going that way, you ask them to wait, follow you, and then let them outside to potty. And that's all it took. Um, as they grow up, they'll get better at waiting. So what I'll do is I'll have them wait at the door for an extended period of time, so that way they get used to holding it. But you have to make sure that you get their attention first. Oh, very good. There you go. Do you have any questions on anything, or did you want to go over anything?
Oh, he's asking, are they gonna rip the bed?
They didn't tear up any of these. But like I said, as soon as they start to get into something that they shouldn't, then you should have something for them to chew on instead. Like we went through a lot of toys. They really like the bones with peanut butter. I put the with it.
Oh, he said if he's in the house and he lets them loose, would they be getting into everything? Or?
I don't know over there. Like over here, I have to keep an eye on them, and Chanel was pretty bad about it. So, but I'll show you what I used here. Good girl. Good potty. Good boy. Good potty. Bless you. Where do we go from here?